Hey, Mom, I was thinking of coming home for Easter this year.
What? You want to come back and stay at home? But you always go to stay with Tyler's family for Easter.
I know that's usually what happens, but it doesn't seem like it will work out like that this year. He's been on a really long business trip overseas this past while, remember? And while he technically does have Easter off, it will probably be hard for him to come back here in time since so many people will be traveling for the holidays. We've already spoken about spending the holidays apart this time. He might still make it, but if he does, he will be later than normal in any case.
And what did his family say about that? Are they okay with it? Don't they want you to join them anyway?
No, they said that it's fine. I mean, there isn't that much point in me going there without Tyler, is there? And we've spent every Easter with them, so they said that we shouldn't worry too much about it this time around.
Sophie, be honest with me now. I don't like how this is sounding. You haven't been causing any trouble over there when you go to stay with them, have you? You're not just making this up because they don't want you there anymore and you need to come here instead, right?
No, of course that's not what this is about. Why wouldn't they want me to be there? His family are all really nice and we get along well. We've never had any problems before now. Plus, I always help out there as much as I can.
I wonder if that is really true. It doesn't sound like that to me. You've always been so laid back, I always worry if you really are doing your part when you should be.
I'm telling you that it's all fine. There are no problems between his family and mine. And Tyler's mom told us that we didn't need to always make the effort to travel each year anyway. I mean, we have been spending both Easter and Christmas with his family, right? She was worried that I may be doing too much for them and not spending enough time with my own family.
That sounds pretty strange to me. They're basically telling you straight out that they don't want you coming there anymore. You must have done something that they're not happy about, but they're just trying to tell you nicely to not come for the holidays anymore.
Why do you always have to look at things in such a negative way? They haven't said anything of the sort. When I'm there, I spend lots of time with his mom, just the two of us. Selena and I go for coffee dates together and all the rest of it. We get along really well. And even when I am home, I often talk to her on the phone just to touch base with what's going on over there in Texas.
Are you sure you're not just bothering her by calling all the time? Maybe she just feels bad and doesn't know how to tell you that she doesn't want to talk to you.
That's not it at all. Come on, why are you being like this? Selena and I even have the same interests in DIY crafts and making things ourselves from scratch. So because of that, we always have something to talk about. There's a lot of common ground between us.
Well, if you say it's all fine, I guess I will have to take your word for it. Just as long as you're not causing trouble, then it's all right. But even if you come back here, there really isn't anything we can do for you here.
I'm not going home because I want you guys to do anything for me. If anything, I will be happy to help out while I'm staying there. I want Lisa to be able to take a little bit of a break at least while I'm there for the holidays.
What do you mean by that? Why do you want Lisa to take a break?
Well, she has been living with you, hasn't she? It hasn't even been a year since her and Jacob got married, and I know that she's been doing a lot around the house while they've been living at home. I thought it would be nice if she could get to rest at least while I'm back home as well.
It's better if she does things instead of you. She's much better at everything. You would just get in the way.
I'm not going to get in the way. You're being very critical of me right now, you know. All I'm saying is that I would like to help her out where I can. Anyway, more importantly, how is it with everyone living together? Is it going well? It's been about 6 months at this point, right?
There's nothing for you to be worried about. Everything is going as well as it could be. Unlike you, Lisa listens to what she's told and does everything as it should be done.
You haven't changed at all, have you, Mom? You still say things that don't need to be said. Well, no matter. As long as you're treating her fairly, that's all that matters.
Of course I am. How else would I be treating her? But are you really going to be coming back home for Easter? People in the neighborhood will think that something strange is going on.
Why would they think that? What's so strange about me coming home for Easter?
Well, you left home and moved away and got married, right? And now you're coming home all by yourself. They might start thinking that you got divorced or any other number of things. I don't want there to be a bunch of weird rumors swirling about.
No one is going to think anything like that. You worry too much. No one cares what's going on in our family, and it's none of their business anyway. They can think what they want to think. I don't really care either way.
Remember that this isn't the city. We live in the countryside, and people are way nosier about what goes on in each house. Not much happens here, so even the smallest thing can be enough for people to start gossiping and starting rumors. Even if they're not true, if they get around enough, people will start to believe it. Is it really okay for you to come without Tyler this time? You always come together whenever you come visit me.
It's really starting to sound like you just don't want me to come back to visit at all. Tyler can take care of himself, and he might not even be back anyway. Do you want me to just spend the Easter break on my own at home? Is it really that annoying for you when I come to visit?
No, of course that's not it at all. I was just asking to make sure that everything would be okay. Anyway, I got it. You're coming soon. I will tell Lisa and Jacob that you will be here as well.
Okay, thanks for that. I'll text you again when the date gets closer then. Hey Mom, I just got to the store. So you wanted me to get some paper towels, some mincemeat, and then some lettuce, right? Did you need anything else? Did I forget something? Oh, they have chicken on special as well. Should I get some of that too?
We don't need anything else. There's still food left over from yesterday as well, so we need to finish that before we buy anything that we don't need. We shouldn't be wasting any money.
But it's the holidays. Buying something extra should be okay.
It doesn't matter if it's the holidays. It's just Easter anyway.
Okay, whatever you say. But what about Lisa? Does she want any?
Listen, if you want to cook something with it, then go ahead and buy it. No one is stopping you from doing that. But we're fine with what we have here.
Okay, got it. I won't buy any then. I'll just get what you asked me to buy. I just thought I would mention that there were some good specials. Oh, by the way, I didn't want to ask you this before while I was in the house, but did I do something to upset Lisa?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, but she seems to be acting kind of strangely towards me. She's pretty formal and cold. I didn't expect her to be like this. Even if I try to talk to her, she barely responds, and if we meet in the hallway, she won't even look me in the eyes. And when I offered to help her with some of the housework, she just tells me that she doesn't need any help and stops me.
Listen, if I tell you, will you promise not to tell her that you heard this from me? It turns out that Lisa doesn't really like you all that much, Sophie. I guess that's why she's acting like that. She's not being outwardly rude, of course, but she probably hopes that you get the message and stop trying to talk to her.
What? Really? Why would she not like me, though? I've only met her at the wedding and then once last year at New Year's.
I think 2 times is enough for someone to know whether they like someone or not.
Maybe it's enough, sure. But I don't even remember talking to her that much. I wonder if I said something rude to her by accident?
It's not that rare for someone to say something rude without realizing that it hurts the other person. And you are often pretty clueless about that sort of thing. You probably said something to offend her without even realizing it.
Did you ask her what the reason is?
I wasn't about to ask her the details of it. She told me that she doesn't like you and you're my daughter. It's not exactly something that I wanted to keep talking about, you know.
I guess that makes sense. Is that why she wouldn't eat dinner with us? I guess she doesn't even want to be in the same room as me.
That's probably it, yeah. Sorry that I didn't tell you beforehand, but I didn't really know what I was supposed to tell you or how. It's kind of an awkward situation.
So that's why you seemed that you didn't really want me coming home for Easter when I told you that I was planning on it. I feel bad that I came back and am putting everybody out. I was planning on staying for a week, but I think it would be better for everyone if I went home early.
But you already made it all the way here, so maybe it is still better for you to just stay as you planned. And I don't know exactly how to word this, but Lisa's the one who doesn't like you, right? So it's only coming from her. It's not like you have a problem with her as well. I think it's fine if you just pretend that you don't notice anything and don't worry about what she does. It's not like the two of you really see each other very often anyway. You don't need to go out of your way to please her.
I get what you mean, but it's pretty hard to just sit around knowing that someone there doesn't like you. I can't really pretend that I don't know now.
Sorry about that. Maybe I was wrong to mention it to you.
No, it's fine. It's better that way. It will just make things awkward for everyone if I'm around. Besides, she's the one who lives here now. I moved out and am only coming back for a visit. I don't want her to feel like she can't eat with everyone like she usually does just because I'm here. Plus, she is doing a lot to help both you and Jacob out as well. I'm very thankful that she is doing that, so I don't want to cause her any trouble or discomfort. So it's fine. I'll just leave tomorrow around noon.
Okay, if you're all right with that, then go ahead. It seems like a shame to leave so soon, though. Next time you decide to come back, it might be better if you find a hotel to stay in. You know, like you do when you come back with Tyler. It might be better for everyone involved.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Anyway, I'll finish up at the shops and come back soon.
Okay, see you in a little bit.
Hi, Lisa. You're not at the house right now, are you? I was trying to find you, but you weren't around.
No, I'm not at home right now. I went out a little bit ago.
Okay, oh, that's fine. But I am leaving today just after noon, so I wanted to let you know. Thanks for all you've done these last 3 days. I planned on helping you out while I was here, but you ended up doing everything yourself.
Don't worry about it at all. It's not really worth mentioning.
Oh, and by the way, you weren't able to eat dinner with us because I was around, right? Sorry about that. I must have put you out quite a bit.
No, that's not it at all. It's always the case that I eat dinner after everyone else is done. It's the rule that the wife does that. You didn't put me out at all.
What? What are you talking about? You eat dinner after everyone else is done? And you say this is a normal thing?
That's a normal thing to do at your house as well, isn't it? I heard from Kelly that it's something that everyone in your family does.
What the hell are you talking about? There's no rule like that, and there never has been. Wait, so the reason that you didn't eat dinner with us wasn't because I was there?
No, of course not. I always eat after everyone even when you're not around. It has nothing to do with you being here.
What do you mean by always? You mean that you eat alone every day? What about Jacob? Did he not say anything about this?
He said that he just wants me to do as Kelly says while we're living here.
I can't believe this. He's going along with my mom when she's bullying you. You should leave here as soon as you can. You don't want to be around people who treat you like that. You should leave with me, Lisa. How about that?
Is that really all right? I heard that you hated me.
I have never said a single word like that about you. Did you also hear that from my mom?
Yes, that's what she said.
Well, trust me when I tell you that I don't hate you. I am very grateful to you for all the help that you've been to Mom. But she said the same thing to me about you, actually. She told me that you don't eat with us because I'm around and you feel uncomfortable being around me. I'm so sorry about my family. I didn't realize that they were acting like this.
Don't blame yourself for that. I also shouldn't have just believed everything that Kelly told me. If you hadn't messaged me just now, I probably would have just continued to put up with everything.
I'm really sorry. I was so slow to realize what's actually going on. But it's okay. You don't need to put up with them anymore. Let's get out of here. Will you tell me what's happened since you moved in to live here?
Sophie, where are you right now? You told me that you were going to leave just after midday. Don't tell me that you just ran off without saying anything.
Yeah, I already left.
What? Why would you do that? I wanted to at least be able to see you off. And I also have some delicious grapes that I wanted to give you as well. Someone I know just gave them to me from their own vineyards. You would really love them. They're delicious. If you're not that far away yet, why not come back here once and you can pick them up?
I'm not coming back. And neither is Lisa.
Lisa? What does Lisa have to do with anything?
Lisa is going to be staying with me for a while, so she isn't going to be coming back.
What? Why would that be? Hold on. Are the two of you together right now?
Yeah, we are. I didn't want to leave her in a house where her mother-in-law is bullying her, so I took her with me when I left.
What do you mean by a mother-in-law who bullies her? What is that supposed to even mean? Are you talking about me?
Of course I'm talking about you, and there's no point in you playing dumb right now. Lisa told me everything about the way you've been treating her. And I know that the reason she wasn't talking to me was because you told her that I hated her and that she should leave me alone. Plus, you always make her eat alone after everyone else is done. What is even up with that? Why would you treat her that way after she moved in with you and helps you out around the house so much?
Sophie, you're just being tricked by Lisa right now. I never said anything like that at all. She's just trying to set me up.
And why would she try to do that? What would be the point in it?
I think she must be trying to get her hands on the house. Nobody would go out of their way for that place.
It's old and in the middle of nowhere. The place that Jacob and Lisa were living before they moved in with you to help would have been way more valuable than that old place.
In any case, just don't believe everything that she tells you. There isn't any proof that I've been treating her badly. And you're just going to believe a stranger instead of your own mother? That's so cruel of you.
You're the one who's being cruel. And you didn't want me to come back, so you told me that Lisa hates me so that I would leave sooner as well. You knew that I would find out eventually and get angry at you, right?
I'm telling you that I had no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah? Well, when I pressed Jacob enough, he told me everything as well. He said that he tried to stop you at first, but then you would start to harass him as well. You got angry at him for taking Lisa's side instead of yours and even started bothering him at work, didn't you?
I didn't do anything like that. He's just been tricked by Lisa as well, and the two of them are trying to get me out of the house.
Just please stop it with these stupid lies already. I can't believe anything that you say anymore. I saw all your text exchanges that you have with Lisa. You're always ordering her around and telling her to do whatever you want her to do. It makes me sick seeing my mom talk to people like that. Is it really that fun for you to treat someone like that? She came to live with you since you're all alone there after Dad died, and this is how you treat her? How could the thought even come into your head?
Why are you believing everything that she tells you? I'm the one who's having a hard time here, so why are you taking her side in this?
Because you've been treating her like a servant this whole time. I might not have been there to witness it firsthand, but looking at the whole situation and then the texts that you've sent her, I can see that what she says is right. And because of that, I don't want to have anything more to do with you.
What? Why? What are you talking about?
You told me that Lisa hates me, remember? And then you told her the same thing. You lied to both of us just to keep a secret the fact that you'd been bullying her. I can't believe that my own mother is the kind of person to treat others in this way. But not only that, you also tried to distance Lisa from other people as well. I don't want anything to do with someone like that, and I won't be sending you any more of the money that I had been up until now.
What? But that's really going too far over this, don't you think? I'm the one who raised you your whole life.
I know that, and I am very grateful for it. But now that I've seen how you've been treating others, I don't want to be sending you any more support.
I see. So if Lisa's leaving and not coming back, I suppose she's going to get a divorce from Jacob? Fine, she can do what she wants. I still have Jacob here with me.
No, he also said that he's going to leave. It looks like he also finally plucked up the nerve to cut ties with you. And if you plan on trying to bother him at work or bother me or Lisa as well for that matter, then I will talk to the police to see what we can do about getting a restraining order on you.
Jacob is a nice boy. I know that if I ask him, he will never just abandon me like that.
That's where you're wrong. It might have taken him a while, but he finally decided to take Lisa's side and not yours. You won't convince him otherwise now. I don't know what will happen between the two of them from now on, but at the very least, Jacob and I have decided to not deal with you anymore. Oh, it seems like he's just reached out to you now. Did you get a text from him?
I did. It's just as you said, he plans on cutting ties with me. This can't happen. I won't accept this.
It doesn't matter if you accept this or not. It won't change anything because this is something that we have chosen to do.
Sophie, I'm sorry.
So you finally admit that you were bullying Lisa then?
No, I don't. That's not what was happening. I just wanted Lisa to be a wonderful wife, so I was trying to teach her as her mother-in-law. And I guess that I just went a little overboard and was too strict.
So by verbally abusing her, making her do everything around the house, and then making her eat alone after everyone else each day, would have made her into a wonderful wife? That is the first I have ever heard of anything like that. You never did anything like this back when Grandma was still alive, so I know that she didn't tell you this. Where did you even get this stupid idea from?
I just saw it written somewhere on the internet.
Oh, so you just believe everything that you see written online? In that case, I also found something online that I want to try out. How about that? It said that being alone in their old age is something that really suits mothers-in-law who think that they can bully people around. That's why from now on, I won't be sending you any more money and we won't be meeting each other again either. I read that on the internet and am doing the same thing as you. So there shouldn't be any complaints, should there?
Sophie, I get your point already. I'm sorry. I see that I shouldn't have done that.
I'm not the person who you should be apologizing to.
Well, I apologize to Lisa as well. So please forgive me somehow. I won't do anything like this again, I swear.
That's good to hear that no one else will have to deal with that from you. You have a long time to reflect on your actions as well.
What is that supposed to mean? You're not going to forgive me?
No. I told you that I'm cutting ties with you, and I don't plan on forgiving you either. That's how strongly I feel about what you did.
Why does that have to happen, though? I told you that I'll apologize to Lisa, and I admitted that what I was doing was wrong.
Just because you apologize for something that you did doesn't mean that it goes away and people need to forgive you. If it was that easy, there'd be no need for police. You lazed around while forcing your daughter-in-law to do everything and then lied to your family so that you didn't get caught out. Why would I want to stay in contact with someone like that? Now, just as you wanted, I won't be coming back home anymore. I don't want to have to see your face again. Since that conversation, my mom tried countless times to call me and text me, but I ignored everything. She did the same with Jacob, and when he went home to get his things to take away, she tried to stop him, but with no success. He just took his things and walked out without looking back once. Mom stopped getting financial support from both me and Jacob and has since completely stopped going out of the house. She's always been someone who cared a lot about what people think of her. So she probably didn't want anyone in the town to find out about what happened to protect her own reputation. Even now, she still tries to get in touch with me and Jacob, but both of us just ignore her. At least the texts from her let us know that she's alive, and that's good enough for me. I just hope that from now on, she can keep to herself and live quietly without causing trouble for anybody else. Lisa lived with me for a little while after the incident, but in the end decided to try and make things work once more with Jacob and moved in with him to a new place. At first, I didn't want to forgive Jacob either for not taking Lisa's side and defending her against our mom. But when I think about it, he has always been quite timid ever since we were kids. And on top of that, he always had a tendency to go along with what she said, no matter what it was. I can kind of understand him, and Lisa seems to as well, so what they do with their relationship is up to them, and I'm going to stay out of it. Lisa decided that since he chose to cut ties with our mom, that she would give him another chance, and that's up to her. Although, to be honest, it seems to me that someone like her is wasted on my brother. I'm glad that she gave him another chance, and I hope that they're able to work everything out between them and be happy. But I will make sure to be there for her if she ever is in trouble again and needs my help. I know that there's only so much that's in my power to do, but if I am able, I will do it.
Hey, Dad, it's Rosie. Sorry to bug you while you're at work. I know you're probably busy.
Huh? Rosie, how are you? Wait, are you on your mom's phone? What's up?
My phone's battery died. That's why I'm using Mom's. The results for my college entrance exams just got announced, and I wanted to share the news.
You've already seen them? This is where you find out whether you got into your first choice of college, right?
Yep, that's right. So, without further ado, can I tell you?
Go on, the suspense is killing me. How'd you do?
I passed.
Woohoo! Nice! You got into your first choice of college. Congratulations, sweetie. That is my girl.
Thanks, Dad. I'm so pleased. It feels even better because there were so many people at school who said I couldn't do it. I couldn't be happier right now.
I never doubted you for a second, because I know that when my daughter sets her sights on something, she gets it.
Wow. Really?
Really. I remember how you used to say you were going to look for work straight out of high school, and it's no secret how much you used to hate studying. Which is why I knew you must have been doing some serious soul searching when you told me you were shooting for a place at Peep's University. The look on your face alone told me how serious you were. It was plain for anyone to see how hard you were studying. Let's face it, sweetie, with commitment like that, it was only a matter of time before you achieve your dream. I'm so proud of you.
I guess I changed when I decided what I wanted to do with my future. I lost count of the amount of caffeine-fueled study binges and sleepless nights I had this last year. I practically lived in the library. I was in there every day after school and on all my days off. I even locked all my games away and gave the key to my friend.
You worked harder than anyone. It's amazing to think you went from literally never studying because you hated it so much to being in the library so much you should have probably been paying rent. There's only one thing for it. We're going out to celebrate today. How about we go out for a meal at one of your favorite places? My tree?
It's fine. You don't have to do that.
Huh? How come? Surely you want to celebrate. You worked hard and you deserve it. Oh, don't think it's any trouble. I'd love to treat you. How about hamburgers, huh? Or maybe we could grab a pizza?
But Peep University is a private college, Dad. My tuition fees aren't gonna come cheap. I think you should save your money.
What are you talking about? It almost sounds like you're disappointed you got in. You went with them because they offer the best diploma in the country for what you want to do, right? If that's what it takes for you to succeed, I'll pay your college fees 10 times over. Don't sweat it, sweetie. The money's not an issue. Besides, it's a celebration. What's money even for if you can't take your daughter out to dinner on one of the biggest days of her life?
This college is expensive, Dad. It's obviously gonna bother me when you're already spending so much.
I told you, Rosie, you don't have to worry about that one bit. All I ask is that you go to all of your classes. No playing hooky, okay? Will you promise me to make your time there count? There's no doubt about it. Getting into a college like that is a huge achievement. But it's still just the beginning. The real hard work is still ahead of you.
Yeah, I promise. I'll study twice as hard as everyone else. I'll get the highest grades in the whole college. You just wait.
That's the spirit. That's what I needed to hear. You really did work hard to get here. Well done, Rosie. Okay then, it's settled. We're going out to celebrate tonight. Tell your mum when we've decided which restaurant you want to go to, okay?
Got it. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Billy. How's work going? Sorry she kept you talking so long. I know you're busy with work. I hope she wasn't interrupting you.
It's cool, I wasn't doing anything. Took a late lunch break today. I was waiting to hear about her results. I couldn't focus on my work knowing today was the day.
I guess it's okay then. I did tell her to tell you about her results over the phone, but I think she did it over message because she was embarrassed. Can you believe her? Imagine announcing such good news over text.
Huh? Text is fine, really. If we did it over the phone, hearing the happiness in her voice would probably make me burst into tears. But I'm sat in the work cafeteria, so it would have been a disaster. My street cred would never recover.
Are you really that pleased?
Of course I am. How could I not be? Rosie's never worked this hard for anything in her life, and not only that, but she just got into one of the most prestigious colleges in the country. She went from hating studying to practically living in the library and taking some supplementary classes than anyone else in the school. She works so hard it almost brings a tear to my eye.
That just means she really wanted to get into that college. That's all well and good, but the problem is the money. Private college costs an arm and a leg.
What's the problem? This is our daughter's future we're talking about. It's not like we can't afford it, it's fine, really.
It is not fine.
Rosie's an only child, and it's not like we struggle financially. She didn't get into Peeps University by chance or apply half-assedly, because that's where her friends are going. She worked her ass off to get in because she has a clear objective and a vision for the future. It's rare for someone to have that at her age, and it should be cultivated and encouraged. She's done her part, now it's time for us to do ours as her parents. I said it to her, and I'll say it to you, I'd pay her tuition fees 10 times over if it means her realizing her dream.
Ugh, I knew you'd be like this. You're so quick to spoil that girl. Have you heard, by the way? She's saying she wants to live on her own now.
Wait, what? But her attending from home was one of the conditions of her going to Peeps University. It's not that far from here, is it? I thought she was going to take the bus.
Yes, that was the plan. But now she's defying us and saying she wants to move out and live on her own.
I see. This isn't what she promised us.
She knows she could easily make it from home, but now she says she's having second thoughts. She said she wants to live in the college dorm.
They have dorms? Actually, it's probably cheaper than a regular apartment, right? Maybe it's not such a big deal after all. But is she going to be alright living with a bunch of other students? She's never done anything like that before.
Her argument is that the dorms are on campus, so she'll be able to stay at the college library as late as she wants. And that it'll be easier to make friends that way. That's why she wants to move out and live on campus.
Yeah, it'd be good for her to hang out with her friends. I never did it myself, but I always thought living in the college dorms looked like a whole lot of fun. Student life is stressful, and maybe being in that environment would be more conducive to maintaining a study routine. Now I think about it, I guess living here with us could make her feel kinda isolated.
But do you really think it's acceptable for her to break the promise she made to us when she applied? Because I don't. Doing a 180 on us like this after getting her results is unfair.
You do have a point, she's not a kid anymore. She should know that a word is more important and take responsibility for what she says.
Do you think it's because she's an only child? The reason she ended up so selfish? Remember the time she pestered us for piano lessons and then did everything she could to get out of practicing? What a waste of money that was. I'm just worried she'll do the same thing again.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to invest money in your children, but we have to use our heads because it stops being an investment if she doesn't take it seriously and lets the money go to waste. If we do this, it'll be the most we've ever spent on her. First we have the tuition fees, then her rent, then her living costs. Sure, we might not be struggling financially right now, but we could be one day if we're not careful. We can't afford to waste any more money.
I get where you're coming from, but she was a different person back then. Surely you can see that. I think we should have faith in her and see what happens. You gotta admit, she worked her ass off this past year. I think you should consider the college dorm thing. Henrietta, you there? Did Rosie reply yet?
Nope, nothing.
Seriously? Gah. When did you last message her?
Last night. It has the tick, so she definitely read it. She's ignoring me on purpose.
She hasn't messaged me at all lately either. I made it clear she was to stay in regular contact with us both when she moved into a dormitory. What the heck is she playing at? Did she get a boyfriend or something?
Apparently, she spends most of her time at that new job of hers. I have no idea what she thinks she's doing.
New job?
She got a job at a cafe near the college. She said one of the sophomores in her dorm introduced her through a friend of a friend.
How can she be making all of her classes and keeping up with her assignments if she's working all the time? I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. She promised me she'd give college her all.
Looks like she was just saying all that so we'd pay to send her there. This is Rosie we're talking about. You know what she's like.
But why would she do this? She was so committed to her studies before she got in. I've never seen her so dedicated to anything in her life. She sacrificed her entire social life to get into this college, and now she's acting like this. I don't get it.
Stop burying your head in the sand, Billy. She's always had this side of her. Surely you know what I mean. You know how easily she gets bored of things. She's so quick to go hot and cold. It wouldn't be the first time.
I wonder if she got involved in some kind of trouble at college. You think maybe she got involved with the wrong crowd? Have you heard anything from the college? She could have started drinking or seeing a boy or... I don't know. I know I shouldn't let my imagination run wild like this, but it's hard when she barely ever messages me.
Oh, I can assure you, she messages me. It's never the sort of thing I want to hear, though. Over the last month alone, I've been the lucky recipient of such charming one-liners as, "Get lost, you're boring," and "Leave me alone." I've never known her to be this rebellious.
Wow, does she seriously think that's an acceptable way to speak to her mother?
I don't know what to do with her, Billy. She said she doesn't want to speak to you.
What? Why not? Did I do something to upset her?
I have no idea. But it's common knowledge that most girls rebel against their dads around her age. She's a little later than most, but maybe this is the start of her rebellious phase.
Does it really happen this suddenly? It's like she's a different person. I had no idea going to college would change her like this. I wouldn't have agreed to her going off to live in the dorms if I knew this was going to happen.
Is it time to employ starvation tactics?
What the hell is starvation tactics?
I think we should stop sending her money for her living expenses. She'll never reflect on her behavior if she doesn't learn the hard way that her actions have consequences.
Isn't that going a little far? I don't want to starve my own daughter.
She has a job, Billy. If she's so intent on spending so much of her time working instead of focusing on her studies, it's about time she learned that nothing in this life comes free. She'll be able to get by on her wages. I know it's not an easy decision, but if we carry on spoiling her like this, we'll only end up hurting her in the long run.
I guess.
I bet she's out spending her wages from that damn job drinking with her friends as we speak. I bet she'll finally start being grateful towards us if the gravy train comes to an abrupt halt.
You're right. She'll probably be bombarding us with apologies before the week's up. Then we can give her a stern lecture. Remind her what she promised us when we agreed to send her to college and go back to normal.
Hello? Why did you stop sending my allowance? I'm struggling so much right now you wouldn't believe. Dad, please help me. I can't afford to live. I'm gonna have to drop out of college at this rate. I worked so hard to get here. I'm not even gonna make it to my second year if things carry on this way. Why are you punishing me like this? Did I do something to upset you? I can't even tag along with my friends when they go out for food together. I'm buying the cheapest stuff I can from the supermarket, and I can barely even afford to feed myself.
What are you talking about? You're the one who left home because you wanted to go live in the college dorm. I don't send money to daughters who don't keep their promises.
I left home because I wanted to... What? That's not true. You're the one who kicked me out.
What are you even saying? You decided you wanted to move out to live on campus and broke your promise to us about staying at home as soon as your entrance exam results came in. Then when you left, you stopped messaging us. You're the one who's in the wrong here, Rosie.
I never said I wanted to live on campus. You kicked me out and I had no choice. And what are you talking about? I stopped messaging you guys. That's not true at all. I message Mom all the time. But you told her to stop speaking to me, didn't you?
Huh? Wait a second, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Why would I kick you out? The initial plan was for you to go to college from home, remember? I never told Mom to stop speaking to you at all. What the hell?
That's what she told me. I thought you hated me.
Hate you? You're my daughter, Rosie. I could never hate you. I was worried sick because you stopped messaging me. I did stop sending you monthly allowance recently, but that was only to teach you a lesson for breaking your promises to us. We thought you stopped taking your studies seriously. I was ready to start sending the money again the moment you apologized.
Recently, but you haven't been sending me any money for months now. I had no choice but to get by on what little I make from my part-time cafe job.
What?
It didn't take me very far, though. Before long, I had to up my hours there to cover my living costs, which means I haven't been able to keep up with my studies for months. And I'm so stressed I can't take it anymore. That's why I'm messaging you now. I figured that even if you did hate me, hashing it out with you is better than enduring the living hell I call life any longer.
None of this makes any sense. This is completely different to what your mom told me. Firstly, let me make one thing crystal clear. I never kicked you out of the house. Secondly, I only stopped sending your allowance at the start of this month. So, I don't know what you mean when you say you haven't been getting it for months. Your mom was in charge of sending it before. And she said you'd been getting it as normal before we decided to stop it.
Wait a second. What's going on here? Does this mean Mom is lying? But why would she? Mom, please, will you ask Dad if he'll change his mind one more time? I'm begging you. I have no money left. I just ran out of cup noodles and I can't afford any more food for the next 2 weeks. I'm sorry, Rosie, but I can't do that. Your father told me not to help you no matter how difficult things get. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Why would he be so hard on me? He was never this strict before. It pains me to tell you this, but if you must know the truth, your dad was opposed to you going to that expensive private college from the get-go. Surely you remember how many different classes we sent you to, and how many private tutors we hired for you when you were younger. We spent all that money on you, only for you to get bored and quit every time. Your dad says he's sick and tired of your behavior, and he isn't going to put up with it anymore. He says we're not wasting another cent on you. But he told me he was happy to send me to a private college, even if it was expensive, because I have a clear vision of what I want to do with my life. My being here at college is not a waste of money. I was studying so hard until I had to start working full-time because my allowance stopped. He told me he didn't mind the tuition fees because he could tell how serious I was. He lied. He said he's not going to let you waste any more of his hard-earned money or reduce this family's wealth any more than you already have. That's not all. He said he's cutting you out of our inheritance, too. Inheritance? That's right. Me and your dad still have our retirement to think about. But he said it'll end up being a miserable one if we let you carry on wasting our money.
What the hell are you talking about? I never said any of that.
Huh? This is Rosie I'm talking to, isn't it? What's gotten into you, young lady?
It's me. Well, when did I say I was cutting Rosie out of our inheritance? Go on, I'm waiting. The only one who's obsessed with clinging on to as much of our money as possible is you. Is this how desperate you are not to let our daughter have her inheritance?
Billy?
Was this all one big scheme to stop her getting her inheritance? Go on, answer me! You were trying to drive a wedge between me and my daughter, weren't you?
Why are you using her phone? Or rather, how? Are you with her right now?
We just met up for a chat. She messaged me earlier. For some reason, she seemed to be under the impression that I kicked her out of the house. I was so surprised my jaw almost hit the floor. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this, would you, Henrietta?
What did she say to you?
You told her I hated her and didn't want to speak to her, didn't you? This is nothing like the story you told me. What the hell do you think you're playing at?
Nothing. There must be some kind of misunderstanding.
You can say that again. And whose fault is that we were misunderstood? Huh, Henrietta? Huh? Rosie was so poor, she was forced to live off a single packet of cup noodles per day. And barely had time to make her classes because she was working so much. I just met her again for the first time in months, and I hardly recognize her. She must have dropped over 20 pounds. How could you do this to our daughter? How would you even sleep at night?
I was just trying to stop her wasting our money, that's all. I thought if she learned a hard lesson or two, she'd stop and we could go back to normal. I was gonna start sending the money again, I swear. We spent so much on her, but she never showed us so much as an ounce of gratitude. I wanted her to learn the meaning of money the hard way. And I wanted her to know how difficult life can be when you don't have any.
Of course you spent a lot of money on her. She's our daughter, goddammit! Did you think raising a kid was gonna be cheap? Sure, the timing and the things the money gets spent on might differ from family to family, but the bottom line is that kids are expensive. Things have always been that way, and they always will be. And you're delusional if you think otherwise. Almost all of them are going to college at her age now. That's just the way it is these days. We brought her into the world, and it's our duty as her parents to look out for her until she graduates.
I'm sorry, Billy, but I can't go along with that. She was wasting all of our hard-earned money, and someone needed to do something about it before it was too late. Did you even think through the implications of this? If she'd have carried on at that rate, we wouldn't have anything left for our retirement.
Drop the bullshit, Henrietta. We could have sent her to college twice over and still have enough money to retire on, and you know it. You weren't worried about not being able to afford retirement. You were worried your life of luxury and extravagance would have to come to an end. I know you stopped sending her allowance months ago. While at the same time, splashing out on branded accessories and expensive perfumes for yourself. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the holidays. You've been living it up while our daughter's been suffering in silence. I'm gonna go on a limb and guess you bought all that junk on the money that was supposed to go towards her education.
I don't want to hear this, Billy. Stop making out I'm the villain when you yourself agreed to stop her allowance. You said we needed to teach her a lesson.
I said that 2 months ago. You stopped her allowance months before that.
No, I didn't. Please, Billy, you mustn't believe Rosie's lies. I sent it just like I was supposed to.
The only lie here is you. I checked the bank account. It was just like she said. The payments dried up a long time ago. Way before I said anything about teaching her a lesson.
She could be using a different bank account. Stop believing everything she says and think for yourself.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know I have all of our chat logs here on our phone, right? One look at them made it obvious who the liar is. Rosie's telling the truth about everything. Stop trying to shift the blame onto our daughter and own up to what you've done. You abominable excuse of a mother.
Billy, please, I had no choice. You're too soft on her. She would have carried on wasting our money till we were bankrupt if I didn't intervene.
I was using very mild carrot and stick tactics to try and gently encourage her in the right direction. What you did was reprehensible, and you should be as disgusted with yourself as I am. I was being strict with her because I cared about her. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind, but it's like you forgot the kindness part. You were only interested in satisfying your own greed. You're the most selfish person I've ever met.
So what if I'm selfish? If I don't look out for number one, who will? I haven't done anything wrong. Money makes the world go round. All I did was protect what was mine.
Are you so obsessed with money that you'd throw your own daughter under the bus for it? You have no right to be a mother.
You have no idea how hard it's been for me to play the role of the perfect mommy all the time. But Rosie's not a baby anymore. Surely it's about time we cut her loose. She can't leash off us forever. How's she supposed to learn the skills she needs to get by in life if she does nothing but rely on mommy and daddy?
It's standard practice for parents to look out for kids until they graduate college and land their first proper job. You know that, right? Your attitude towards our daughter is sickening. You know what? I don't even see any point in talking to you. Because all you do is twist everything to fit your shallow, materialistic worldview. I think our marriage is just about over.
No. Wait, why would you say that?
I'd say that because I want you to get the hell out of this house. I'll never be able to forgive myself if I didn't make you take responsibility for what you did to Rosie, and most likely, neither would she. Her allowance payments will start again immediately.
Don't you think you're overreacting a little by kicking me out?
Me and Rosie have both had it with you. We're beyond livid. We couldn't be more disappointed in you. Besides, I have to do this. I can never trust you again. Who's to say your next money-grabbing scheme will be?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. This was just a one-off. I swear, I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do anything like this again.
When we divorce, you probably won't even be in with a shot at getting half my stuff once a judge finds out about what you did to our daughter. And you know what? I couldn't be happier about that. You don't deserve a thing.
I'm not divorcing. I won't. No way. Absolutely not.
Sorry, sweet cheeks, but I got news for you. My family are the only people who are allowed to spend my hard-earned money. You're not part of my family anymore. I probably wouldn't even be able to afford to retire with you around blowing my money on frivolous, overpriced branded junk. Hurry up and disappear from my life forever. You're not going to waste any more of my hard-earned money than you already have. Not long after that, I found out that Henrietta had cancelled the insurance policy we'd had on Rosie since she was a little kid behind my back. So she'd have more money to waste on pretentious garbage. With that, my mind was made up once and for all. I was going ahead with the divorce and nothing was going to stop me. It wasn't pretty and it wasn't without its hiccups. But eventually the divorce was finalized and I was able to get rid of my ex-wife for good. Henrietta was ordered to pay back every cent of what she'd stolen from my daughter's allowance and insurance money. And with that, found herself in the unfortunate position of starting a new life on her own with an empty bank account. She did her fair share of complaining when she left the house, but when I told her to shut up and give me my money, she burst into tears. The once energetic, defiant Henrietta was now nothing but a crumpled, tear-stained mess on the floor. The irony of her telling Rosie to stop over-relying on us and stand on her own 2 feet while simultaneously living a life of luxury, extravagance on my hard-earned money is not lost on me. I doubt she can see it though. Some people are so lacking in self-awareness that it'd be funny if it wasn't so frightening. After the divorce, I resumed my payments to Rosie, including back payments for everything her various mother had deprived her of and started her insurance policy back up. The oppressive weight of her mother's greed has been lifted from her shoulders, and she's back to her bubbly old self. With Henrietta out of the picture, she was finally able to reduce her hours at the cafe and start focusing on her college studies again. Now she sends me daily reports on her study marathons in the college library. And I couldn't be more relieved to see her back on track. My daughter's as tough and resilient as they come. I'm always going to be there to watch over her, and I'll be there for her through thick and thin. With determination as strong as hers, I just know that one day she'll achieve her dream.
Good morning, Lucy. Is now a good time to talk? Hey, Betty. Good morning. Sure thing. What's up? It's about Frank. Has he been busy lately or something? I wouldn't say so. He's home from work at the same time as always. Is he tired then? Not really. He just seems like his same old self to me. Why do you ask? Lucy, you are keeping my son satisfied by fulfilling your womanly duties to him, aren't you? You know, in the bedroom. Well, we do sleep in the same bed. In that case, why haven't you given me any grandchildren yet? You've been married for an entire year already. What are you waiting for, the second coming of Christ? Wait, you're not infertile, are you? Listen, Betty, I know you're my mom-in-law, but this is ultimately mine and Frank's decision. It's not that we don't want kids one day, but we're going at our own pace, and we'll get there when we're ready. We'd really like it if you could be a little more patient. I've been doing nothing but being patient with you. My cousin Nora got married after you two, but she already gave birth to twins. And you know Graham from across the street? His daughter gave birth last week. Why does everyone seem to be having babies except you and my son? I'm the only one in my friend group without any grandkids, and the embarrassment is killing me. I guess we just haven't been blessed with any yet. You'll never be blessed if you don't do the deed. Goodness me, Lucy, didn't you learn how this works in school? Do I seriously have to spell it out? I wait, and I wait, and I wait, but the news never comes. And I hate to have to bring this up, but I feel I have no choice. You've been getting fatter and fatter ever since you and my son got married. Don't you think your blubbery rolls might have something to do with him not wanting to go near you anymore? This is a very delicate issue. And I understand how you feel, Betty. Really, I do. We are thinking about it, we just haven't made our minds up yet. We'd really appreciate if you could give us some more time. I know it's delicate, dear. Do you think I enjoy talking about this? The reason I brought it up is precisely because I have been waiting, but you've made no progress. Be honest, are you infertile? How is it possible that you can't be pregnant after an entire year of marriage? There must be something going on. I get checked at my gynecologist every year. He says everything's in working order. I wonder, could it really be? I just can't believe you haven't given me any grandchildren yet. Me and Frank would love to have kids one day. Believe me, Betty. It's something we've always talked about. But it's also not a decision to be taken lightly. So with all due respect, please understand that and let us decide at our own pace. Would it really kill you to say, "Okay, we'll do our best"? You can see how worried I am. Put an old dear's mind at rest, why don't ya? Of course we plan on doing our best. Plan on? Pfft. Don't forget your position in this family, young lady. You're a stay-at-home housewife. I work part-time. What as? A part-time stay-at-home housewife? I can't think of a better way to describe you, actually. How is it that you hardly ever have to work, and yet you still can't even fulfill your basic responsibilities as a woman? Back in my day, women got divorced on the spot if they showed any resistance to being a mother. The world's gone to the dogs, I tell ya. It's time you knew your place, young lady. Understood. Don't worry, I'll be passing the message on to my son. I'll have you eating for two before you know what's hit you. What's a baker without any buns in the oven? Get to work. Hey, Betty. The peaches just arrived. Thanks a bunch. I'm glad to hear they made it safely. I went out of my way to have them sent over from the most respected peach farmer in America. They cost more than $10 each. Wow, these are some luxurious peaches. I didn't even know they got that expensive. We're really grateful. Thank you. Frank loves peaches. He'll be over the moon when he sees them. Make sure you eat your fill, too. I'm looking forward to hearing all about what you think of them. Betty, I'm really sorry, but I'm allergic to peaches. Always have been. I can't eat these. Uh-huh. Really, I didn't know that. Yep. But that doesn't mean I'm any less grateful. It really means a lot that you went out of your way to send us something so special. Frank can have my half, and I just know he's gonna love them. But they really are the most exquisite peaches you'll ever have the privilege of eating. Would it really hurt you to try one? Go on, just take a teeny-weeny little bite. Sorry, but I really can't. My allergy is pretty severe. Even just one bite would have me break out in rashes all over my body. Don't be silly, that's probably only from eating cheap, low-quality peaches. There's no way you've eaten anything this high quality before. Luxury could never be bad for you. Go on, just take a little bite. Anyway, even if you did have a reaction, what's the harm in a little rash? I bet you've never collapsed or gone into shock, have you? Well, I've never had anything that extreme, but aside from the hive-like rashes that break out all over my body, I also get super itchy. I haven't had an outbreak since I was a kid, but they're so uncomfortable. I remember the feeling like it was yesterday. Oh, stop being such a drama queen, you'll be fine. You're missing out on the chance of a lifetime if you don't try one. They're the sweetest, most succulent, most exquisite peaches you'll ever sink your teeth into. You absolutely have to try them. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm sorry, I just can't. The thought alone scares me. I'm gonna have to pass. I see how it is. It's very clear how much I want you to try one, but you're dead set on refusing me, aren't you? To think you won't even take a little bite. You know, Lucy, it's considered good manners to eat things given to you by your superiors, even if they're things you don't like. They say your boss came into work with some cakes she made. I bet you'd eat one even if you didn't really like the look of them out of politeness, wouldn't you? Which only makes your refusal of my supreme kindness and boundless generosity even more despicable. I am your mother-in-law, young lady. This isn't about me not liking peaches. It's about me being severely allergic and coming out in whole body rashes when I eat them. That said, no, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna eat something I don't want to eat just because the person who gave me it happens to be above me on the social ladder, professionally or otherwise. You have an answer for everything, don't you? You think you're so clever. Is defying me a hobby of yours? Are you going out of your way to annoy me as much as possible? No, I'm really not. Oh, and that's not all. I have a bone to pick with you, young lady. My son told me off for what I said to you about getting pregnant. He told me I had no right to say any of that to you. I bet you were straight off filling his head with lies, painting me as some domineering authoritarian. All I was doing was trying to provide some gentle encouragement because you two are clearly not capable of delivering the goods yourselves. I just told him what you said to me. You didn't have to go and do that. The idea was that you were supposed to do what needed to be done to get his juices flowing so he'd be in the mood to make babies, you simpleton. Why did my son have to marry the most thick-headed woman on the planet? You should know that all of our relatives will be at my uncle's wake next week. The thought of inviting such a tactless dullard to such an important family event is so terrifying it keeps me awake at night. I keep having these premonitions where you put your foot in the most awkward, embarrassing way and make me look like a fool in front of the whole family. Don't worry, I'll be careful not to cause you any problems. I hope that's true. Forget it, I'm wasting my breath. It's obvious by now that everything I say to you goes in one ear and straight out the other. Just see to it that you don't do anything that affects my stellar reputation in this family, or there'll be hell to pay.
Lucy, what's going on? Why would you go home all of a sudden when my mom's in such a bad way?
Because your mom collapsed.
What kind of reason is that? Wait, is this because she said all those things to you recently? Look, I guess she can come across as too direct and lack delicacy sometimes. But surely you can see how going home when everyone's running around in a panic trying to get her help is crossing the line?
Are you at the hospital now?
Yeah, she's receiving treatment as we speak. They still don't know what caused it, though.
It was all her fault.
Huh? What? Are you seriously saying it's my mom's own fault she collapsed? How can you say that with such confidence? No way. This doesn't add up. What did you do that made my mom start foaming at the mouth and collapse all of a sudden? She was unconscious, goddammit!
I didn't do anything. She drank the coffee that was intended for me. There must have been washing detergent or something else not meant for human consumption in it.
What?
That coffee was meant as a malicious prank to embarrass me in front of the entire family. I noticed the weirdest smell just as I went to drink it. So I swapped it for her coffee while she wasn't looking. That's when she started foaming at the mouth and collapsed, right? I'm well within my rights to be pissed off when someone tries to poison me, Frank. I'm lucky I noticed it before she got her way. Because it would have been me lying in that hospital bed if she did.
Is this for real?
Yes, I can prove it. So I know there's a chance you won't believe me. But that coffee was originally meant for me.
I'm sorry. Damn it! What the hell does my mom think she's doing? She's the worst!
It's okay, sweetie. I'm sorry for hightailing it out of the house without explaining what happened. I should have spoken to you, but I was so mad I could barely contain myself. But I've been putting up with her harassment for so long now. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. I can't forgive her this time.
When you say harassment, do you mean stuff other than pestering you about grandkids?
Remember that box of peaches she sent us the other day?
Yeah, you couldn't eat them because you're allergic, right?
Here's the thing. Your mom knows full well I'm allergic to peaches. I remember telling her about it after we just got married. Now I might be able to entertain the idea she'd forgotten about it, if she hadn't seemed super curious and kept asking me all sorts of questions about how bad it was back then.
Wow, seriously? Still though, it was over a year ago. Don't you think there's even a small chance she forgot?
Maybe, just maybe I would if this was the first time she'd done it. But a few months back, she sent us that box of souvenirs full of candy with peach extract in it. I don't know exactly which part of the peach it is that gives me the reaction, so I play it safe by avoiding all of it. But it seems like she's sending everything she possibly can to try and make me have a flare-up. I told her back then I can't eat stuff with peach in it, so it's impossible for me to believe it's a coincidence.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Lucy. I should never have gone through any of this. I had no idea at all. To think this was going on under my nose this whole time. Gah!
Don't apologize, Frank. I'm at fault here too. I should have told you. It's just that I didn't want to rock the boat with her being your mom and all, so I figured it'd be best to keep my head down. I know that was stupid now. Keeping it all bottled up inside did nothing but stress me out. I'm sorry to say this, but there's no hope of me ever getting on with your mom. Me and her are done.
Don't apologize, babe. But my mom's the one in the wrong here. She should have never treated you like she did. I'm amazed you managed to tolerate her for so long. I mean, Jesus! She even went as far as trying to poison you. Who knows what could have happened if that went wrong? You could have died for all she knew. Who the hell puts washing detergent in someone's coffee? She deserves everything that happens to her.
Thank you so much for believing me, Frank. But what should I do? It just dawned on me that she might try saying it was me who put the washing detergent in her drink.
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna have the coffee pot tested by a professional. I'll also let the rest of the family know what's going on in advance, so no one believes her lies if she starts pointing the finger. I'm so sorry I doubted you, babe, even if it was just for a second. You don't have a thing to worry about now, because I got your back. I'm gonna protect you no matter what.
Lucy, are you there? It'll finally be time for me to leave the hospital tomorrow. But you haven't been to visit me a single time. My son's just as bad. He's ignoring all my messages for some reason. Care to explain yourselves? Hey, Betty, I decided I want nothing more to do with you. Frank feels the same way. That's why I need you to refrain from messaging me like this from now on. Thanks. What are you talking about? You really are a floundering disappointment of a daughter-in-law. How can you both be so cold towards me at a time like this? I'm weak enough as it is without my own family turning against me. Where's my sympathy? Sympathy for what? It's your fault you collapsed in the first place. What on earth could possibly make you say that? I've never heard anything so ridiculous. The doctors told me why I collapsed. They said it was because there was a foreign substance in my coffee. So please think before you open your mouth, darling. You'll only keep embarrassing yourself if you don't. I'll never be able to acknowledge you as my son's wife if you keep acting like such a moron. I tell you what, why don't you just do us all a favor and divorce him right now?
Give it a break, Mom!
It's
Frank. I'm with Lucy. I saw all your messages.
Frank, why haven't you been replying to me lately? I'm so lonely.
You should be grateful I even brought your purse and insurance card to the hospital.
Frank, please. Why is Lucy always so cold towards me? This has been her attitude ever since you two got married. I think she might be infertile too. Don't you think it's time you started thinking seriously about your future, sweetie? You're still young. There's still time for you to find someone else.
But I don't want anyone else. I made a lifetime vow to Lucy when we got married, and I'm sticking to it. Nothing you say will change that.
Good grief. Why won't you use some sense, boy?
Where's the sense? Go on, I'm listening. Where's the sense in trying to poison my wife with washing detergent?
Excuse me?
The doctors told you they found a foreign substance in your body, right?
Yes.
I had the contents of the coffee pot sent off to a lab. The results came in, and I have a list of the chemicals I found inside it. They were 100% matched with the washing detergent in your kitchen cupboard. You were the one who poured everyone's coffee, right? I know you tried to make Lucy drink it.
No, you're wrong. Yes, maybe it was me who poured the coffee, but I'm pretty sure it was Lucy who have brewed it in the pot beforehand. Lucy did this. Think about it, son. I'm the one lying in a hospital bed here. Why would I poison myself? I know it might be hard to accept, but your wife is the only person who could be behind this.
I asked all of our relatives who came to the wake, and luckily there were several witnesses. When Lucy got up to go and brew the coffee, you stopped her and insisted you'd do it instead.
Really? I'm certain that's not how it happened. Are you sure these witnesses of yours don't just have bad memories?
You kept forcing Lucy to do chores that day, didn't you? She was visibly exhausted, but you just demanded more of her. One of our relatives felt bad for her and offered to help. But you told him to sit down and relax because Lucy would be taking care of everything around the house for the day. That's why they thought it was weird when you made an exception to go out of your way to stop her brewing the coffee and insisted on doing it yourself. You should know that there were several witnesses.
Even if, for argument's sake, all that were true, why would I poison myself by drinking my own washing detergent-laced coffee? I collapsed while foaming at the mouth, for crying out loud.
That's because Lucy noticed you're up to something and swapped your cups while you weren't looking.
She did what?
Still, she wouldn't have guessed in a million years you're trying to poison her with freaking washing detergent. No matter how you look at it, this is 100% your fault, and you got what you deserved. I don't think you need me to tell you how dangerous what you did was after you collapsed and got put in hospital. But you don't know how Lucy would have reacted to that stuff. You could have killed my wife for all you knew. We'll be well within our rights to report you to the cops.
Frank, please hold on a second. Hear me out, okay? I only wanted to give her a little fright, that was all.
You finally admitted then.
I'm sorry.
That's not me you should be apologizing to. Besides, no amount of apologizing will take back what you did. We'll never forgive you for as long as we live.
Please, darling, I said I'm sorry. I never thought it would turn into such a big drama. What else was I supposed to do? That girl never listens to a word I say. I was just trying to instill some discipline in her is all.
Just be quiet. There's no excuse for what you did. You disgust me. I never want to see you again. I'm grateful for you raising me, but you need to leave us alone from now on. You can keep my inheritance. I don't want it.
Frank, please wait. I'm begging you, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I was full of regret over what I did when I woke up in this hospital bed.
Frank's driving now. He can't reply anymore.
Lucy? Driving? Are you outside?
Yep, we just went to collect the results on the coffee pot contents from the lab.
Do you think maybe there's a chance you could come and see me at the hospital on your way back? I want to apologize to you in person. Please stop saying you never want to see me again. You have no idea how much it hurts.
We wouldn't come to the hospital if you paid us.
Lucy, please. I'm so sorry. I mean it. I've never been this sorry about anything in my life.
I've always known you don't like me. You did nothing but send us food you know I can't eat ever since we got married. You say the nastiest, most hurtful things to me when Frank's not around. Anyone else would have probably ended the relationship then and there. But for some reason, I thought it was possible for us to get along somehow. And I thought that if I just stuck at it, things would work out in the end.
My Frank's been spending all his time with you ever since you got married. You stole my son away from me. I've been so lonely. The only reason I urged you to have children so passionately was because being surrounded by so many happy families made me feel so acutely aware of how the clock's always ticking. And I didn't want you to wait until it was too late. But I realize that was wrong now. I'll never overstep my bounds again. I'll acknowledge you as my daughter-in-law.
I'd rather you didn't. We're breaking off all ties with you.
No, please. Don't even say things like that. I'm so sorry.
If you were really sorry, you wouldn't be pestering us to come and visit you in the hospital. The only reason you were being so cocky was because you had no idea we knew about your little washing detergent stunt. We can't associate with someone who thinks like you. You're dangerous.
Lucy, please, will you find it in your heart to forgive me? I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I'll be extra kind to you from now on.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn you were just telling Frank to dump me and find someone else. Let's face it, Betty, this conversation is pointless. How about you do the human race a favor by crawling under a rock, where you can never bother anyone again? We never saw Betty again after that. But not knowing when to give up, she tried spreading lies about me being the culprit behind her poisoning amongst the family when she got discharged from the hospital. Thankfully, since Frank saw it coming and prepared them all in advance, it backfired miserably and she became the target of a torrent of ruthless criticism. She became completely alienated, and now she's living out her retirement in loneliness and isolation. Between the shock of being disowned by her beloved son and her entire family finding out that she tried poisoning me with washing detergent, her spirit was broken, and she stopped leaving the house almost entirely. She was cited by a neighbor who also happens to be my friend lately. Apparently, she looked like she'd aged about 10 years since she last saw her. And she looked so run down and worn out by life that my friend wasn't even sure it was her at first. Even still, I don't feel an ounce of sympathy for her. She really did deserve everything that happened to her. We moved far, far away just to make extra sure we'd never see the mother-in-law from hell again. And we're currently enjoying life in the new house we bought. Half a year after she collapsed, I finally fell pregnant, and now we're making preparations for our son to be born. We didn't tell her back when she was sticking her nose in because we didn't feel like it was her business. But the truth is, we've been trying for a baby for a very long time, and we're overjoyed now we finally have one on the way. I just know that if she was still in our lives, I'd never hear the end of the correct way to be pregnant or the correct way to raise a baby boy. It wasn't plain sailing, and we rode out our fair share of rough seas to get here. But after cutting all ties with Betty, we've never been happier. My priority now is building a happy household full of love and warmth with my amazing, supportive husband and the baby boy we've got on the way. I can't wait to see what the future brings.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.